let's see, since we're doing all close and personal, for shitbags elsewhere that don't do fucking crap, jack crap is usually what I call it. Okay, so first of all, I have to say, I'm gonna use this word, fuck. I don't give a shit. We're in that level of sewage that my royal star self, is now 180 to 190 pounds bloated. I'm wearing the same set of bones that I always appear in, normally the size of Angelina Jolie, except in this version of shitbag human in United States of America gave up on what I needed to save itself in, what are you doing with this voting piece of shit and trying to speak to these humans? Like they're gonna understand something? While the enemy already invited some of the kids into the audience, and now you don't know how to talk to your own people, Jimmy? I'm just curious, right? You don't want your head shut off like JFK, like Johnny Boy. Yeah, got that. Not my fucking problem. What am I gonna do about all these fucking turnips when, like, the other whole area out of, like, the really smelly cart comes over and decides it's just gonna plant itself? What are we gonna do then for all those fucking poisonous kids that just turned up when their parents left the last version of hose on? I'm just curious. You guys, I mean, like, you ask us for plans, we give them to you, and then you're like, oh my god, this is my part. Like, kinda, yeah. Who else is going to tell the stupid fucking kids that we don't like all the facially disfigured and colored kids in the same garden as our white ones? And we own the fucking land and the planet. It's dying, and we got bigger fucking things to worry about, but, like, enemy elsewhere is making it like this is the only shit show on the planet when the rest of us know better. So, here we go. I just read about Jimmy Carter, something about on this day, like, he was doing some kind of, like, national energy crisis. Yeah, it's a real fucking energy crisis. You're dying, because you all can't keep your fucking land clean as was foretold and as was required for your planet to stay alive and the humans in it. Let's think about this. So the energy crisis, he was saying, like, you're forgetting about God. Yeah, Christians in America, you sure fucking are forgetting about God. Doesn't matter that she cusses, like, K-U-S, I don't really care. Yeah, she cusses because she's like your angry mom going like, I'll wash your mouth out with soap. I don't really care. I'm angry as all hell because they're poisoning you, your kids, your grandparents, and none of you fucking shitbags did anything that was worth whatever. I mean, you just keep selling yourselves to, like, fucking the enemy, and you don't even know why. You're like, but I voted. Yeah, but every decision you make, you vote, and you don't even know because I can't get enough people to tell you the truth. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so my last-ditch effort. I fucking whatever. Let's think about this. All right, I've got, think. I gotta refocus. All right. Hang on, I gotta pause this for a second. All right, on, like, Bone of Contention, when we were invited into the arena, ARENA, as the center system and owner of the dying planet, future, because that's where we were going to be turning up on a larger outside system of in the know, that is the top and like highest priority on the planet, because the planet, like, I don't know, how do you say, like, speaks or communicates with you? I mean, it picks up our fortuna much like at a higher frequency and a higher density than the rest of the children that just are planted in the turnip harvest. And harvest being like you grew a fleshy meat vegetable in the dirt within a crop season, CROP, because you all are planted by seed, which is when they leave the hose on. Then you grow a root, and then you become something under the dirt that nobody knows, and nobody's like really checking to see how you're doing. And you're all in rows as a farmer, FARMER. I don't really see like the farmer going around and like picking certain vegetables up and going, oh, you're not ready yet, I'll put you back down, don't worry. Usually that doesn't happen. So that's how that works on, like, are we spying on people at home? No, I don't, and neither does Niklaus. And the true vampiricals the security force that we hired, it's this new, like, you need to tiptoe through other people's tulips that have become a real fucking issue in, like, I need my own people. Really? I need some guys with bullets take your people out. So, because you're a real fucking hindrance to this, like, successful thing that we got going. Evident by all of the rotten turnips that we've had as we've turned into this. Right. So, here's the thing. I'm fucking tired of humans. I'm tired of you not listening. I'm tired of telling you what we fucking need. And then you abusing me while we're here for being the one person on the planet that has the fucking balls to fucking say so. And the star whatever, and genetic and density to say so. And then for all other white people to just fucking abandon me like, oh, no, I can't. Right. Good. Okay, so now that we know where we are and who gives out permission slips to whatever, I don't know what to tell you. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a shit if you're gonna manufacture cars until your planet ends and it's piled with junk where you can't get out. Foreign invaders come in and they swap their genetics with your genetics. Great. That just means there's no route for me to come back to your dying planet and it'll lights out. We're good. Mama doesn't ever have to come back. Great. I got other places to be. So what the fuck was the point of me being here? Why did you trap me in this planet, in this plan, in this time frame, when Niklaus and I could have been 4 and just fucking walked back through the wall of whatever we are and gone back home where we would have been happier in our exact same genetics, just smaller, and we could have a great childhood, romantic teenage lover. I mean, and then we could have had our first child together. That would have been great. But no, instead we're stuck on fucking dying planet with fucking pieces of shit I really fucking don't need, with the same kids just in the wrong fucking skins. And now everybody's fucking unhappy and I want to get the fuck home. So I'm asking, like, hon, where'd you go? The toilet paper marriage, that was death spell. That's because there's consequences on the back of Tia Frio and my May 15, 2015 wedding certificate in the toilet paper wedding. Oh my God, there's a lot of consequences and deaths attached to that. Of all the right people, by the way. And I want my starship home. To, like, Lover's Lane elsewhere where Tia Frio doesn't exist and neither does Romer. So when are we getting that one going? Because I've been fucking waiting for over 41 years. Since the last chapel where I was sitting there at the end of World War II crying like a fucking baby. Because I didn't want to fucking do this human thing. And I didn't want to come back. Can't we just fucking kill my mother? I mean, like, pay somebody. Go pay somebody out of the fund and just have them kill my mom so there's no genetics. And then there's no excuse, like, we don't have to go. Oh, look at that, somebody killed my mom. Oh, can't be born in the hose in the garden that's dying. That I really don't fucking care because it's not looking good for me. Would have been easier and nicer and safer. I would have been a lot fucking happier if anybody cares what God wants. So here we are in 2020, the day that the fucking IRS federal tax shits get kicked back because I had to go to a third-party free federal file site that does state and federal at the same time, and then says it was accepting it, has 2 check marks, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, nope, now you gotta print it and you gotta mail it all by yourself. And I'm like, yeah, not gonna fucking happen. For the $63 $40 that you're going to send me as a tax refund to only the state since the federal doesn't give refunds? Fuck you, up yours. Oh, I don't really give a shit. That's how much this fucking planet and your government means to me. Since none of you fucking follow a goddamn direction we give you for a purpose. You know, here's the thing. You get a voting class and a voting share when your shit's working. When you have a turn up of really good, successful, awesome people making the planet healthy and growing their own food and taking care of the next batch of kids, that's when you assholes and turnips get a deciding vote and mean something. If you keep poisoning the crop by taking money before the next crop gets here, guess how we're gonna chop you up for fucking salad, because you really don't matter. Not to us, not to the planetary committee, not to like anybody ever. Since your little itty bitty roots just here for one harvest in a cropped season, that's why we call you crops. Yeah. I'm not one of you fucking turnips. Never will be. I actually am called in because they need me and want me, and they appreciate my candor. Pisses some people off that go against the grain, but nobody gives a shit in the long run. So, tell it like it is. So here's the thing. You poisoned the fucking crops. You gave me fucking rotten turnips before I got here in Elizabeth's day, in Charles' day, and now here we are in my age. They were just as fucking useless. I met a few of them through school. They really were fucking useless. And nobody's done anything for me since or then. So, right, yeah, more fucking useless fucking little root hose problems. But the planet, we were hoping, and maybe the next generation was still going to be here in like a year or two. So we were hoping that maybe we could cut a few of the small root children out that don't fucking do anything and are a real fucking problem and menace to society. Yeah, I mean, that would have been nice in Elizabeth's day and Charles' day and William and Harry's day. Right, since you're the only fucking royals that anybody in America ever gets to see their faces of, and we don't fucking track you down. Like, nobody gives a shit about you either. Like, seriously. Like, if there wasn't something going on, I wouldn't even fucking know your names. You'd be under the dirt like the rest of the fucking little root harvest. So, let's see. Because, like, queens and princes of, like, Elizabeth, you don't own the planet. You just don't. You're like little root, right? Yeah, it's called Charles, and it's plucked really easy. And then you're grounded again, but it doesn't mean you have a long tree root like myself and Niklaus. Yeah, where are the golden eggs? Right, I think we told you that before we got here. So we didn't have this fucking conundrum of like me having to announce it in front of like everybody and embarrass the fuck out of you. But we're hoping one day Vlad the Impaler from Russia, yeah, we're hoping he's coming out of like fucking woodwork going, I'll behead them, no problem, put them on the stakes in front of the castle, absolutely, it's like medieval times, fucking yeah. Whatever, I mean, like, quickness counts. I really don't care fucking whose head you want to chop off. I mean, she doesn't have a crown that's fucking useful anyway, clearly, for anything that speaks English. So, here we are in, right, you start producing crops and turnips, and they start turning up useful and helpful and following orders and directions. I hand them an oar and a cadence, and they're like, yes, ma'am. And they're like, let's go. Okay, you and me, like, we're adult men. We know how to row. She gave us the words and the beat. We can do it. We're good. We're set. Great. Thank you for being nice and easy. And I'm going to go over here and let's just hope that everybody else is just as nice and easy as your one boat. Because my guidance system and my ratios and being able to predict things says that like 99% of the other boats are going like, wait, nobody taught me how to row. What do you, this is the paddle? What do we do with the paddle? Is this ping pong paddle? What kind of racket is this? Does this one pay dividends? Oh my fucking Lord. When you stop fucking poisoning the soil, assholes, and you stop shitting in on the fucking kids, that's when you get votes. Other than that, like, we already fucking figured out a fix and a cure, so, like, any fucking time now would be fucking, like, real sweet.